Hey, all you funky people out there. Welcome back. This is another fine episode of the Wormhole Manifest podcast, where we will tackle all kinds of crazy issues. And, you know, the series I've mentioned many times is typically around, kind of based around the idea of mental health awareness and things like that. But I've said several times also that we will go into many different realms of all different topics and subject matter, and just kind of cover as much as we can throughout this show's lifetime. So we won't stick to any one particular thing, but the general theme is mental health awareness, because that's something I truly believe in. And yeah, we all need to be made aware of it. One thing that helped me many, many times over the course of the years with my mental health was my forever long-lasting hobby / interest is the subject of Japanese animation or anime. And this time for this episode, I've got my buddy Rob here, Awesome Rob029, who was on a previous episode. And he's back on the manifest, journeying through the wormhole with me. And we're going to come out the other side into a land of anime, the land of the otaku, or the Japanese anime fans and fanatics. So, Rob, what's up with you?
Hello. Thank you for bringing me back into the or putting me back on the manifest. Right, I'm back on the manifest, and I'm like, where are we going? At least we have a destination this time. The wormhole has said anime is the destination, and the way to get there is through the wormhole. So that's where we're going. And also, you might see some live action stuff when you get there. So that's gonna be weird. Don't worry about that. No, that's over there. But yeah, we're back here in anime land. Thank you for having me on again. This is a good time.
Yeah, no problem, man. Always glad to have you. And we've talked many times about this upcoming episode, and it's manifested into.
It's manifested. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We were going to, folks out there, if you're listening, me and Rob talked back in like December, I think it was, before the holidays and everything. We were like, right around when the Cowboy Bebop live action series had started on Netflix.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, and we were like, you know, let's check this out. And there's been a lot of reviews out there, a lot of hate.
Yeah, a lot of hate. Well, a lot of talk.
Yeah, a lot of talk.
Good and bad.
Yeah, so we were like, let's do a show where we talk about and do a like in-depth review and analysis on the on Cowboy Bebop and just the thing that it is, not just the live action, but comparing, contrasting with the original series, the original anime movie. And we've been talking about it for the last several weeks, and we're like, Rob's been trying to catch up because I finished the show.
I've been definitely trying to catch up. Yes,
I finished the live action pretty quickly, and then I started rewatching the anime series, which took me a little longer, but because I think you binged it, didn't you? Like the anime series, like before finishing the live action.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I gotta get this. We gotta get ready for this thing. I gotta do the thing. All right, so I watched like 3 episodes of the live action. And I was like, oh man, we got to finish this thing. So I watched like 18 episodes of the damn anime version, and it's great.
It's
Oh my
so
goodness,
easy
it
to
just
watch.
flows right into the next episode. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't. When did it come out? We go back because this is like
Oh,
90s television right here.
I think it was 99 or 98.
Yeah. Yeah, and it feels like it. It's like a little nostalgia bump right there. And it's like, look, this is when anime was good. Anime was like, oh man, what's this new awesomeness? And it's great. Uh Sean's ow. Sean White in the background here.
Oh, we got that Olympics going on.
Yeah, the Olympics are happening.
Snowboarding.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got my snowboard under the bed upstairs in storage.
I have never been snowboarding. Oh,
It's so fun. It's great.
So episodes 1 through 5 released. I don't know if this is the video release, but it was 2000. So I was thinking it was in 90s, but it's.
I thought it was 90s also.
In,
It says a live action series based on the 1998 Japanese anime series. That's what it says on the wiki page for the TV version.
yeah, I'm on the wiki too, but where am I looking at?
But I would say that the anime, it flows, but it doesn't. It's like, I guess that's the show. The show is kind of like, this is what's happening now. Next episode, it may be happening. The same people are there. Maybe there's an alien on the ship, and this is the episode. Like, okay, but all right.
Okay, yeah, broadcasting. That's what I was. I was looking at the home media release. So the April 3rd until June 26, 98. Man, so yeah. But
okay,
you're right,
98.
though.
All right.
So that 90s anime style, like the what am I trying to say? Like it's almost like it's not anime though, in a way. Like not to be like it.
No, I got you.
You know, it's not like it's. I'm saying that it's not. I mean, because obviously it is. You know, because of the character designs and the style of animation, you can tell it's anime. But I think one of the things that I liked so much about it was that it was so different than everything else, because like they invented like their own timelines. Like it's kind of like a not too distant future where they're not like going out and exploring like deep space, but they have like set up colonies on like Mars and stuff in our solar system.
Right. And they have stuff that's not on planet. It's just like floating out in space, like the space casino.
Yeah.
You know, it's just out there.
Yeah. And it's realistic in a way that it's not so far-fetched that it's like, you know, like Star Trek stuff is exploring deep space and encountering all these different races and like different species and aliens and all this stuff. But Cowboy Bebop is basically just people. I think there's not really people besides the data dog or the corgi, you know, like there's not really any robots or anything like that. I mean, there is kind of like a cyber, like virtual reality thing and all that kind of stuff.
There's like AI.
Yeah, AI. But the tech in it, I think, is what stands out because they totally invented everything from like their view screens, their monitors, and all that stuff. And it's all specific to that series, and it doesn't like carry over into like any other kind of anime universe or whatever. It's all in one kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's very much like grounded in reality. It's like, okay, so they know like the one episode it was like, oh yeah, this is a beta tape. And so tapes we know what that is. We can work with that technology. Our new technology isn't that far off from it, but we can figure out how to get a beta player and make that work on like a modern or Cowboy Bebop modern TV. You know, like there's
like heavy like 20th century references like in it, you know,
definitely.
So that, and I think like we were talking quite a bit when you started watching the live action about like comparing what they did. Like when I first saw the first episode of live action, I was like, wow, this seems like it's almost like frame by frame resemblance because it had all these things that I remembered from the anime. But since I hadn't seen the anime in its entirety in several years, like, you know, my brain is pretty fried, so I'm like, I don't remember everything, like a
Yeah.
uh, photographic memory kind of thing. I remember the basics of it, and that's kind of what
Hmm.
the live action did, was they took the little snippets from almost every episode and
Pretty
mixed
much.
it all
Yeah.
into like random scenarios that they kind of, hijacked from certain episodes, and then they mixed the other scenes from a completely different episode and into that one, and kind of tried to
Hmm.
make it work with the story. But it was very odd. Like, I
It
don't,
was very odd. I agree.
the anime flows so well, like, and
It
it's,
does. It's disjointed and it flows. It's like it.
oh yeah,
The episodes are there's like an overarching story, and yet episode to episode, like there's no connection at all. It's like, all right, so last week we were doing what, and now we're doing this, but then 5 episodes later they reference the thing that they
yeah,
were doing in that one episode, and they all know that it happened, and it's like, okay, but so it's like it's a whole thing. You kind of have to. It's what 24 episodes for the whole 2 seasons, and it just kind of goes and meanders around, and it gets to the end, and I think episode 1 and 2 are like, so this is who we are, this is the people, this is the big deal, and they get to the big deal at the end,
yeah,
and we had the whole culmination of the whole series. And I think the main difference between that and the live action version is like the live action version wants to make season 2, season 3, and go on from there. And it's like, well, that's not what the canon is. They should
yeah,
aim lower than that. Oh my goodness.
yeah. And we've talked. We've mentioned a few different theories and things, ideas that we've had based on what we've seen, as far as like, like how it's basically the live action's almost like a parody of the anime.
Yeah, it really feels like it.
And then like I mentioned that I thought what they were going to do was either make like a direct, like, anime to live action, like, a direct like switch over, like, recreate it, the live action. But they didn't do like any of that. They
Right,
recreated
they didn't.
some things, like certain scenes, but it wasn't it definitely wasn't episode per episode, and it wasn't the original continuity. Like, there was added characters, and
Hmm.
um, they kept some stuff that I thought was really cool, like the ship itself, the Bebop. Like,
Yeah,
they did a really good job, I thought, on that. Like,
the ship was great. Spike's ship was
the
great.
technology, they had like the little
Hmm.
communicator things, that
Right.
you don't see in any other show, that it's, totally on its own. It's not like they have like
Hmm.
cell phones or smartphones, but back in 98 when the show came out, they were like, let's make this an original thing. What kind of stuff will people be using in the future that, you know, we don't have any
Right.
idea about? And so, like, they just
They're
make up
gonna
stuff.
talk on a square with some battery in it. I don't know.
Yeah, a little screen, where they can
Yeah.
see the video, and it can hook up in their ship or something. They can just set it
Hmm.
there and contact everybody. And
Yeah, and like the anime is like it's so it like as it meanders along through its story, but it knows what it is. It's like episode to episode is whatever, but it is so tight.
yeah,
And then the live action is like, all right, so we got this great backstory. We got all of this information, cool venues, cool settings, all this money.
yeah,
And it's like they did the thing, but they kind of squandered it. It's like, so that you can't change X, Y, and Z and then hope that it all fits, because it kind of doesn't.
yeah.
It's like you change too much, and then it's like, I don't know. Also, you should probably give like a spoiler alert at the beginning of this,
Oh yeah.
because we yeah 10 13 minutes in,
Spoiler
yeah, we're
alert.
gonna talk about it. I I didn't think, but yeah, so the differences between the end of the anime and the end of the live action is wildly different.
Hmm.
And that kind of sets off like the anime knew what it was. The anime knew what the end game was. It knew the beginning. It knew the middle. It knew the end. It was like, I want to do X, Y, and Z. This stuff is gonna get weird, but it's cool. We're gonna explain it. You're
Yeah,
gonna have a moment where you cry a little bit. You're gonna be happy. It's going to be great. Look at this dog. The dog is awesome. And the anime was like, or the live action is just like, okay, so what is Cowboy Bebop? It's these characters, this dog, space ships, I guess.
Bounty hunters, like
right. Yeah, it's like they knew the gravity and didn't know how to pull it off.
Yeah.
I feel like it all came down to money. It was like, we can milk 6 seasons out of this.
Yeah, they could
not if you ignore the whole anime.
Right.
Like the whole, and like you could have, like there's 24 episodes of the anime.
26, I think.
Is it 26? Yeah,
26.
And plus a movie, and they could have went with all that, and they tried to do all of it in one season in 10 episodes.
Well, that's the thing I don't understand, and we've talked about that too. Was like there's so much content that is not present in the anime. Like in between episodes, there's like time shifts, So like one episode picks up, and you can't tell if it's the next day from the previous episode or if it's like 2 months later or something. So, and they proved that point by when they released the movie, the Knocking on Heaven's Door. Like you don't even, when you watch that, you don't really know, you kind of know where in the series it happens, but like they really could have done something like that with the live action. They really could have. They could have told us other aspects or perspectives of things, different storylines that could have happened to those same characters outside of the anime series, like those individual episodes or storylines.
Really, like hearing you say that, that's really what they should have done.
Yeah. And it would have given us something more. Like it would have continued in the name of the anime series, like in that same vein of like, we want to see more of it, but since you know what happens at the ending, you're like, it's got to take place within those 26 episodes. So like they could have
can't change the ending.
Yeah, they could have had like side stories and all that. But like,
no, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. Like the contrast, I think the thing is like the thing that's great about the Cowboy Bebop anime that maybe made them think, yeah, we should do a live action, was kind of like what I was saying earlier about it's not really like most anime. Like it's a standalone thing. It's an animated feature, and it's a long series with 26 episodes and a movie, but it's something that I think almost anybody can enjoy, whether you're an anime fan or not. Like if you like stories of like bounty hunters and crime lords and syndicates, like the organized crime syndicate and all that stuff, and
it's not even that. And it's action, like likable characters and a dog.
Yeah.
And they live together and they fight, and it's like they make up, and then they're like off to the next. We don't like each other, but we got to work together.
Yeah.
Or I hate you guys because of this, but I want to learn about my past. And then they go help each other to do that. And it's like, there was so much content here, so much lore, so much background. They could have just done like the movie and been their own thing after the beginning and before the end, and been in there and have the Spike, Faye, Jet, and Ed, who, spoiler alert, doesn't show up until the end for like 2 seconds, and it's like Ed had a whole arc in the anime over like 2 episodes.
Yep.
And they made a big deal about, is Ed going to be in the show for the promos? And it's like,
and it made everybody kind of wonder, how are they going to do that? Like, because Ed is such a very different kind of character. Like, just, I don't know. I would have loved to seen more of how they were going to do that. Because I think when they ended the first season of the live action, I think they were pretty much planning on doing more.
Yeah, they were planning season 2.
And they're like, we're going to elaborate on this, but it just didn't hit the ratings and stuff they wanted, didn't make that money. So they're like, well, back to the drawing board, I guess.
Yeah, what other? And it's not even like they didn't make the money. It was like the people were upset how bad they took all this quality content and just stomped on it.
Yeah.
And it's not like, I feel like they were trying really hard too. Like, it looked great.
Yeah.
It like everything fit except for the story. It's like, wait, so
because it had like some really good scenes. The live action had some great like comedic scenes and interactions between the characters that are like only those actors that were portraying those characters could have pulled off, I think, you know, and they did it well. The
cast was perfect.
Yeah, the cast was really great. Like they played the parts and you could tell that they were those characters. And it was like, okay, you know, but like, where do you go from there? And like, I'd hate
But they knew where they could go from there.
Yeah.
They had everything lined up. They were like, what if we went for money?
I mean, like, more like, what do they do now? Like, now that the show's canceled, like, is there going to be a bunch of... If anybody out there has watched a live action remake of an anime series or an anime movie in the past, you know the history of this, and it's not good. Like,
nah, they'll be fine. They're all top-notch actors. They'll be fine.
They have not done very well with the crossover from anime to live action yet. And even though this Bebop thing was going very well, they did a good job at the casting and the effects and the what do you call it? Like
everything.
The sets.
I feel like they did their research and they kind of nailed it on the style. Well, they did not nail it on style. Cowboy Bebop is all style. That's it. It's all style, and here these people are in the style. It's like low camera angles, weird camera angles, crazy shots. Here's some space stuff. Here's this crazy idea. What if the virus turned you into a monkey? And then like it's all style.
Yeah.
The live action was like, I don't know what to do. We just have regular cameras in 3D-dimensional space, and this camera's heavy. We can't do these camera angles. I don't know what y'all want us to do with this. Did
you have like a favorite episode? Because like, I mean, I've seen the anime series like several times over, like, I think the first time I saw it was actually at I remember when it came out, and I didn't see it that year. I probably saw it like around like 2000, because it said the VHS came out, and that's what I saw. It was on a fan sub videotape that I had like the whole series on.
I feel like I watched half of it on Toonami.
That's right. It was Toonami when they did the.
But yeah, like the freaking turn everybody to monkeys episode. I think what was the one with the red eye? Was that the first episode or second one?
The one where they were on that planet and they had to like the guy and the girl, like his fiance who was pretending to be pregnant.
Right. That is all of Cowboy Bebop in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Here is this high stakes, everything goes sideways, sad story, dramatic ending, everybody sad, everybody dead. That's Cowboy Bebop. And then the one with the eco terrorists. And they did that one in the live action. They did both of those in the live action. And the first one was kind of okay. The second one, they just cut it off at the knees. And they were like, okay, this is what we're doing here. Let's turn everybody into plants because that's helpful. No, in the anime, they turned everybody into rabbit monkeys. And they were like,
were they monkeys or fish? I thought they were like fish people.
They was rabbit monkeys. No.
Where's the episode list? Because I just watched all this, and I'm like, I don't remember the monkey thing.
No,
how do I not remember? Wasn't it like one of the first like several episodes, like within the first 5 episodes or something?
In the anime or the live action?
In the anime.
In the anime, it was early.
Yeah,
because they, oh my goodness, freaking eco terrorists. They were actual terrorists. They blew up a restaurant. They shot everybody in the restaurant, and they were like, boom, here's our card, here's our signal, here's our call sign. Yeah, we did this. We shot your guy right in the face on video. And they were like, later, guess what? We got a virus we can just throw out at you, and then you'll turn into a monkey. and the guy, the what was it? They did the parody in the live action, and it was the guy,
And they turn him
bro. I
into,
think it was the girl. They sucked at what they were doing. It's like,
yeah.
oh, mommy, no, don't. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I did bad. But it was a dude. He was like, oh crap. Oh, and she was like, nah, you're on punishment. 20 minutes later, he's in a tube and he is a monkey man with the same shirt on. I was like, this episode is crazy. And then that was the whole thing where they had to fly through the hypergate, which they never explained. The hypergate thing, and they had to get to the other side. They explained it in an anime, and it didn't make sense. They were like, you're flying through hyperspace. It's hypothetical. You don't exist in the hyperspace. If you don't make it out of the hyperspace, then you become like a figment of the imagination. What? Okay. So
it was
like,
episode 4, yeah, Gateway Shuttle.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Because they go through the gateway. And they're like flying through the gateway.
Oh, the biological weapon
them.
called monkey business. Okay.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I just watched all these, but I think maybe I was like not paying that close of attention, or I was sitting there on my phone or something. I was like writing notes. Like I've got like 3 pages of notes, because when we first started talking about doing this episode, I was like, I'm going to like, I'm looking at my notes here.
Right. Yeah.
I made notes up to episode 3. And that's why, because 4 was the next one, and I just let it play. And I was like,
one more.
I was like, this is hard work, because I was contrasting everything that I'd seen in the first episode of the anime versus the first episode of the live action. And I was like making notes, and I was like, okay, this is not like.
There is a lot to unpack in that episode, and they tried to do it in the live action. It's like they could not keep up with it, because they got to fight to get through the gate, and they get through the gate, and it's Faye and Spike. They're like, yeah, the gate's closing. They're going to close the gate because they don't want this bomb to hit the planet with the monkey juice in it. And they make it out. And then the other people don't make it out. They don't make it out of the hypothetical hyperspace gate.
Oh, yeah.
And then the little vial of stuff floats through the air. Kapow. And the bad guys are like, that's bad for us inside the ship with no air. So we gonna turn into monkeys, and we in hypothetical hyperspace? Oh, okay. So then what happens? Like, we don't, that's the end of the episode. That is super dark.
Yeah.
The episodes get dark. And
that's like one of the glories of this show, is that they will take you to places that you did not expect whatsoever. Mm-hmm. You're like sitting there watching, you're like, because sometimes they add in the little funny kind of cartoony anime facial expressions and things like that. Right. Like Ed is always like very limber and moving around and crazy, know, and her face like will just like huge smile, kind of the anime style of, silliness. But,
meanwhile,
then it goes back
Ed's
to
hacking into the whole thing.
Then it goes back to like dark, and you're like, what? Like this just totally went from one extreme to another.
One of my drop of a hat.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of which you mentioned earlier about the beta tape thing. That's one of my favorite episodes, because it has so many
episode.
Those 20th century references. Like the guy is like a dealer, and they have to go try to find that VHS. There was a VHS player that they ended up getting first, and it wouldn't fit the beta tape.
Oh yeah.
And and Spike's like sitting there punching it and kicking it and stuff. And the guy who owns the shop is like, no, that's a vintage piece of equipment. Like, and it makes me think
compatible.
I'm like, geez, I've got like a stack of VCRs somewhere, like literally like in storage. I have VCRs. I've got like boxes of videotapes, and I'm like, watching an episode like that makes me think about me and my life, and like me being a hoarder of technology and things that I've collected over the years. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe when I'm like 80 years old and nobody has a VCR and somebody
Mm-hmm.
finds a videotape somewhere, like they'll be able to bring it to me and I could play it, like,
Yeah.
just like
Right. They went
in the
through
show.
hell to get that thing. And
I
it's like,
know.
oh my goodness. And that's like the whole episode. They spent half the episode going to find this tape. And then Jet's like, no, you can pay me the money
Yeah.
so you can watch the tape.
And that
then
was
she
the tape.
watches it.
That was the tape that had the stuff from Faye, right? Like Faye's past, like when she was
right. She has no idea what her past is, and she tries to watch this tape to see what her past is because it got her stuff on it from somewhere. It sent it to her. We don't know.
Yeah.
Like they're just like the anime is like, hey, you figure it out. I don't know. Which is great because the live action is like it came from here and here and here, and you don't have to think about this at all. But the anime is like you're on your own. It's I don't know. Faye's backstory is really sad though. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and live your life after this episode. Like, she doesn't know who her parents are, who she is at all, how she got here, what happened. It's like nothing. And like the beta tape kind of helps, but not really.
Yeah. It just makes you like wonder, or made her realize, I guess, that like she came from a time that
yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. So
that's really dark.
What do you do? Like you just got to move on, I guess, the best way. Like, and she made those friends, like she had the gang on the ship and stuff, and like she tried to leave that one time, but she ended up coming back, and it's just kind of it's a very relatable kind of story because people have been through a lot of stuff, and you can like see how someone would react in like a situation like that, know, and it's,
and they maybe spent 4, maybe 5 episodes on it. And even then it's like, that's all like side story. What's going on with Faye? She's over here doing some crazy shit. Like, and there's this guy that brought her out of cryo sleep and he was cool. And then they were in love for a little bit. And now it's like 40 years later and he's all fat and gross. And he's like, blah, 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 hey, I lied about everything.
He was a con artist,
yeah,
like, and gave all of her debt, or all of his debt to her, and put it in her name. And now she owes like she's trying to start a new life because she just came out of hypersleep or cryosleep or whatever. Yeah. And
he's like middle-aged and crazy,
totally screwed.
Like, okay, but then what's the live action do? It's like, what about her mom though? Oh. Maybe she hangs out with her mom and they go on an adventure and then she finds her spaceship. I mean, she a good voice actor though, but that's about it. That was a waste of a quality voice actor / I forget her name, but I was like, I know that voice. She was all over Mass Effect. She does voices and whatnot. But yeah, like the mom character, like that was unnecessary. It's like, we got this other stuff that's great.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take the stuff and use it? At no point was Faye worried about her mom. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I guess it's like, well, she came out of cryo sleep and was like, oh, you're that guy? Great. Awesome. It could have been anybody. Could have been her fake mom that also tried to con her. So I guess that's kind of like a rewrite of the character.
Yeah.
But not great. But because in the anime, it was like, all right, so this guy conned her for all the money and then ran off with the doctor. It's like, that's fucked up. It's like, well, now I owe $30 million to the doctor and this other dude's debt who was like, hey, I love you, and also all my debt goes to you.
Beep.
What
beep.
Happened? What happened? Is he done?
Oh my god!
I don't know what happened.
Folks, that is
Shaun White's last run in the Olympics. I don't know what happened, but something.
One of my favorite episodes on there was the mushroom one. and
in the ship. Wait, what's the mushroom? Oh, when
Mushroom
they
Samba, and
okay.
and I totally forgot about that episode until I just recently rewatched it. And when I was rewatching it,
Mm-hmm.
I was in an altered state of consciousness myself, and
Right.
while I was watching it,
Huh.
I was like,
Mushrooms.
"Oh my god!" Like this is. I wasn't on mushrooms, but like, but the story, like I remembered every single detail about that episode as I was watching it, and when I was watching it, I was like, I can totally relate to all these characters and what they're going through right now. Like, because the way they filmed the episode was so different than every other episode. Because there was like these long scenes of just random stuff, like Spike is walking up a staircase, like the staircase in the ship that's only like
Oh yeah.
5 or 6 steps, but he's
just
barely lifting his feet up, and it shows him walking up the
that's so
staircase
great.
for like hours. He's just
Right.
walking. And then Faye is in the bathroom and she's like freaking out. Like she's just like, oh my god, there's all kinds of stuff going on. I'm like, this is like to put
Wait, is that the
something.
one when Jet is like clipping the trees too, and he cuts all the trees down?
Yeah, his bonsai bushes. He's like, he's a fanatic with the bonsais and his
goodness.
lone little what do you call that, where you've got a bunch of plants. He's got all the plants in his little room there, and he's clipping them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to him, and he's like philosophizing with them, like he's just like going into detail, and he ends up like just sitting there laughing because he like
Right.
figured out the meaning to life, like. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that is totally like a exact play on what it's like to be on hallucinogens, like, and I'm like, how did they do this in an anime like this? And they made it like that could never be done in America. Like probably not even now with a TV series. I mean, there's been some shows like, or movies like Fear and Loathing and
I don't know.
and
I mean,
things
maybe
like
they
that.
could do it. It's just like people would be upset for no reason.
Yeah. But it's just like, it stood out to me because of how ridiculous the show was. And it showed that everything ended so well in that episode. It like was perfectly timed. The police showed up and they were like looking for some guy that had gotten away that was like trying to like sell the mushrooms. But Ed was the one that got the mushrooms and gave them to everybody else. And
like they got out of that easily.
And they just got off the hook. They're like, oh, don't know what's going on. You know, but it's so hilarious because it's such a different contrast to all the other episodes. Like it's like a step out of the real world for a minute and in the storyline, and let's do something fun. And like, let's just say, and Ed and Ein were the main characters in that episode because they're the ones that end up going and catching the guy.
Yeah,
they were like
did everything.
They were chasing him on a train and stuff, and the rest of the people are back at the ship, in the middle of nowhere. They're like out of food and fuel, and they can't go anywhere or do anything. But they ate those shrooms, and they're all just sitting around tripping. And Ed's out there with the dog solving the crime. It's like a Scooby-Doo thing or something.
Yeah, and they're just out there, and it's like the guy explained the value of everything. They're like, okay.
Yeah, we don't know.
I will take these, I guess. And then the police came and they're like, yeah, I don't know. Quality stuff.
Yeah. So there's that episode and the beta tape one were the ones that stood out to me, but there's so many good ones. Even the ones that go like deeper into like the whole like organized crime syndicate and stuff, they never really quite go into.
They don't really do it in the anime.
Past.
They don't.
And they made up a bunch of stuff.
All right, hold on. I gotta go to potty break.
All right, let's take a break, everybody. We will be back in a second. We're gonna. Oh yeah, it's yeah. We're gonna wrap it up here for a second. We'll be right back. Stay there. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wormhole Manifest podcast. I'm sitting here with my buddy Rob, and we
Shout
have
out.
been talking about anime and Cowboy Bebop and the just some differences between the live action and the anime. And we were touching a bit about on the story, what it was all about originally, and the things they changed for the live action. We were initially going to do an episode that was a deep, in-depth analysis and review of the live action and bring up things that were different. But I think we're just kind of winging it here and going with
Yeah, we're doing like the Cliff Notes edition,
talking about our
You already
favorite
watched
parts.
it. You know what we're talking about. You watched the anime and the show.
Something
That's how we do.
I wanted to say here real quick.
Go for it.
I was looking up if there's somebody out there that's listening to this and you don't know what Cowboy Bebop is, Time Magazine or Time Magazine's website did a quick little synopsis. I think I'm just going to read that real quick so people can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about this whole past time. So let me read it real quick.
You got to put it in the description, the links in the description too.
Oh yeah. The Japanese anime series Cowboy Bebop, which premiered in 1998, is widely regarded as director Shinichiro Watanabe's magnum opus. Set in 2071, that's not too far, in a post-apocalyptic world where Earth has become largely uninhabitable. The story follows a ragtag group of bounty hunters known as cowboys aboard the spaceship Bebop. As they traverse planets and moons in search of wanted fugitives, each cowboy contends with shadows from the past they can't outrun. So, yeah, now it's been like 20 years since the show has come out, and they made a live action rendition on Netflix that we were going to compare and contrast and talk about and all that. They did a good job at making a show.
I think they did a really good job. It's like the story wasn't there. That's all. It was like,
yeah.
And then like the idea to change the story, that's not a great idea. But to leave all of these stuff on the table, like to leave us on a cliffhanger after showing your hand, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like total, like you're past the spoiler alert at this point.
Yeah.
The anime ends with the two characters dead. Like the
main characters. Yeah.
Yeah, the two main characters are dead at the end. So, but also the part where we started at the beginning is wildly different from the part we end. And it's like, so you have all this, like, you don't really have time because you don't know what the time is. So that means you have infinite time between the beginning of the show and the end of the show.
Here's an idea. Why this just popped in my head? Like the main characters, like, okay, so let's take the anime series and throw that out the window and say that's done. That's we buried it. It was great. It happened. But moving on, like the characters that are still alive are Ed and Ein. What if they did What if they did a TV
Ed,
series
Ein, Jet, and Faye?
Yeah,
but Faye and Jet don't get along.
Well,
yeah. You have to kill off what's his face, Vicious and Fearless together, but Vicious is still alive. Fearless is dead.
Yeah. I think they did
do a spinoff.
They did a short. Ed and Ein. There was a short Ein anime. Like I think they did one episode.
I'd watch that.
Let me see. I don't know if I have it in my Plex server, but I think there was a short.
Yeah, it's like they have all this content. They just left it on the table. It's like I can see where they were kind of cribbing episodes of the anime and taking stuff from this and put it in here on that. But you got like 24 episodes. Y'all didn't even touch like half of the stuff. And y'all were like, okay, so season 1, Spike is still alive. And Vicious is still alive. And also the girl character who didn't have anything to do with anything is like has all this power. Great, awesome, do that, but don't fuck up everything else.
Yeah,
That's I don't even remember what's her name. I don't even remember her name.
who?
Like,
Faye?
no, the other girl, Spike's love interest.
Oh,
The
Julia.
love it. Yeah, Julia is great.
The blonde.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like what they did with her in the series. Give her some agency, give her like a personality, and not just like a pretty face. And it's like, oh, look at me, I got blonde hair. Okay.
Yeah,
but,
they
she says stuff and do stuff.
They really,
and, they gave her too much.
They didn't do a whole lot with her in the anime either. Like it seemed like they did more with her character in the live action as far as like a past.
I'm fine with that.
They did that with the past and stuff, and that was kind of cool because you're like, maybe that stuff happened in between the episodes of the anime that we didn't see, which would have been really great. Like if they had stuck to doing things outside of the anime series, but they kept picking and choosing all these little like one-liners or full-on conversations between characters and ripping it from one story plot and putting into a completely different story plot in the live action. And it was like, wait, I recognize this. I know what happened, but when did that happen? Then you watch the anime and you're like, that didn't happen then. Or, you know, you're like, what?
And it's like, I mean, I get it. It's like, all right, so this is for the people who didn't watch the anime and want to see what Cowboy Bebop is in a non-anime context. But there is so much content in the damn anime, and they were like,
The thing that I don't get was that there was so many people bad-mouthing the live action as it was coming out. Like after like maybe 3 or 4 episodes were out,
right?
People
let it come out.
People were dogging on it so hard, and it's like just fucking watch it, you know?
Yeah.
And if you don't like it and you hate it up to this point, stop watching it. Like people, okay, I got to get this out there. This is something that's been bothering me for a long time.
I got you.
People that hate watch things need to fucking grow up. If you're like forcing yourself to watch something and you cannot see one good thing about it, just fucking stop. Like, just go sit down and watch something that you know you like. And let everybody else have what is out there. Like, you know, like people that dog on things so hard that, but if they keep watching it so they can keep on dogging on it, why? Like, what is the fucking point? That's like,
yes, thank you for watching it, and that helps them see that people are watching it, but that doesn't help.
Yeah, you're not like
you go on Reddit and complain.
Your mental state is not thanking you. Like if you are so hardcore about not liking something, then do yourself a favor and go do something that you like, so that you're not forcefully like causing yourself undue stress. Like, why? You know,
like they could have done a second season. I don't know if they could have pulled it out from there, but I'm not going to be upset. Like, oh man, they ruined my series. I don't think they did that. I think they did a good job. It was like, all right, they brought it to real life. They put it in a physical setting. They filmed it. They did the CG work. They got the people. They got the staff. They did all the stuff. It's like,
it gave people jobs.
Looks cool.
People that worked really hard on that set and everything, and
they did a great
building
job.
All that stuff. Like that was their job, and they did a great job. Like they pulled it off, and they did what they were supposed to do and what they were paid for. And I would be proud of that. Like if I was working on that set and like doing whatever it was, you know, like,
like, you know, that sucks for whoever played Ed in the show.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That sucks for that actor. It's like, oh, well, you played Ed in one episode of the TV show. Ed is this big character in the anime. You only got one episode, but okay. All right. I could see them having like a whole spin-off thing, a whole second season where it was about Ed and Ian, and that'd be great.
Yeah.
Because that's what they should have done. Like, they should have left us waiting with this whole, oh yeah, he's going to fight Vicious. It's going to be the end of it. And it's going to be great. No, that should have been the whole 3-season arc. It should have been them finding Ed as the whole season.
Yep.
That should have just been it. Season 1, they find Ed. They get
Well,
the dog in the first 2 episodes, and then they find Ed by episode 10, and that should have been it.
yeah.
All this extra stuff, like no, like they bit off way too much for season 1. I don't know. It's like they did a great job with making it a live action adaptation, but
Yeah, and
like the
and there's
story
so many,
bits,
like
I
I
don't
mentioned
know.
in the first half of this show, like there's so many attempts that people have made to make a live action rendition of an anime, and
Like you're up against the 8 ball to begin with.
it's so difficult to take something, especially if it's like already a known classic.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
if you are, you're that's got to be difficult for like the people, like the producers and the directors and the writers and all that are trying to actually pull that off. That's got to be so like stressful, I would think, because you're taking something that a lot of people have invested a lot of time and money into following and being a fan of an original, like anime series or movie, and you're going to do something that could possibly like backfire big time. Like you're like
Yeah,
you're gonna like
it's bound to backfire.
how are you going to appeal to all those thousands or millions of people that are invested in this original content, and make something similar or I don't know. It's but if you think about it in
Remember
reverse.
Death Note?
Yeah, Death Note. Yeah.
I'm looking at a list of anime. They did Ace Attorney.
I actually like
Speed Racer. Oh my god.
this is not very widely
Alita
known.
Battle Angel
Oh
is your
man,
favorite right there.
no, I like the anime, but man, that I made on my Plex server. I made a category. If you ever you need to figure that out, man. I don't
I
understand why
do
you
need to
can't get
figure
on
it out. I
Plex.
don't know why it doesn't work.
There's Bleach live
Yeah.
action, Death
Mm-hmm.
Note,
Yep.
Gantz, or I don't know how you say that.
I
Gantz
think
with
it's
a
Gantz.
Z.
I say Gantz.
Oh my
I never
god,
watched it, but I say
Ghost in the
Gantz.
Shell was
Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
I went to the theater because if you know me, all my friends that know me really close, I've got Ghost in the Shell tattoos on my body. I've got like every action figure from the series. I I'm I'm one of those fans, like I was saying earlier, that's heavily invested in an anime series because I was a big fan. I went to the theater to see this because okay, I mean I do. I love Scarlett Johansson and she does something for me, but I don't
She
know.
just redhead. That's all.
But
She
it
ain't even
wasn't
redhead.
her. She didn't ruin the movie. Like it was
No, it was dead in the water from the start.
there was the everything.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing in it that like held true to the original, but I went and saw it anyway. And once again, it wasn't like a hate watching thing because I was watching it because I wanted to enjoy it. Like I wanted to see something new, a new variation of an old story, and I was trying to be
Mm-hmm.
open minded. But like when I came out of
You
it,
wanted too much.
I was like, oh my god, why?
You wanted two simple things. That was too much.
It was too much, man.
I want like a good story. Or what? You want a good story? I don't know.
If they would have just, you know, barely kind of scratched the surface with some of the content that was in the original, like I mean,
No. You knew they weren't. They weren't gonna
fucking
do that.
Hollywood whitewashing everything, like
Basically,
yeah, like
here's your cool anime idea. What about Scarlett Johansson? Okay. Well, let's throw all the other ideas
okay,
out of
but I
it.
will say this: like we went and saw what was that movie we saw recently? The first movie I've seen in a theater in forever.
Alita Battle Angel.
No. we just it wasn't the Matrix. No, we saw the Matrix and then we went and saw a movie like a week or two after that.
I was mad at the Matrix also. I
Yeah,
think they
we gotta
wanted me
save
to
that
be
for
mad.
another episode. We can't
Yeah.
even get it.
They wanted me to be mad at that, and they achieved what they wanted.
I can't remember what me and Rachel went and saw a movie just like right after like the beginning of the year. It was damn it. I don't know, but like the preview anyway, the preview to the we went in the theater, we sat down and we started watching the trailers that were coming up. And they started playing the trailer for Sing 2, like the sequel to Sing, the animated
Sing
with the
was all right.
I haven't even seen Sing yet. Like, but I want to go watch it now. But something happened when we were watching this preview.
Uh-oh.
The voice, the singing, it was the voice for the I still haven't found what I'm looking for by U2. Like, but it was the porcupine character that was singing it. I had no idea that is actually Scarlett Johansson.
What?
And she was like when I'm just sitting there watching and I'm listening to the song and its rendition of that song in that character's voice, like blew me the fuck away. Like I was like, oh my God, it was the way that I heard it was so crisp and clear and in tune and defined.
Got that good movie audio.
Yep. Like I was like, whoa, like the voice, like instantly kind of a weird thing. Like I like fell in love with that voice. I was like, what is this? I had no idea it was her. and I went home and looked it up and I'm like, Scarlett can sing? I'm like, holy shit. But I mean, I guess she's a multifaceted artist, like actress.
That's the Black Widow you talking about.
I know. Like I had no idea.
I don't know.
But like that was her and that was her voice and it was like perfection. Like I had no idea, but I'm not going to keep going on. I was like, holy shit. I didn't think that she could sing. She was in fucking Ghost in the Shell and like threw me out the window. And I was like, but she redeemed herself by so.
Okay. I got you.
So now I got to go watch Sing and then I got to watch Sing 2 and, you know, just to see, you know, I can.
My thing was like Sing. I watched Sing. It was great. Might have shed a tear or two. You know, it was great. It was a little tear jerker. But Sing 2, like there was so many commercials for it. It was like, oh my God, Sing 2. Sing 2.
I haven't
and then
seen
it came
anything.
out and nothing at all. They were like, did you see Sing 2 yet? Nobody asked that question. I was like, what happened to Sing 2, y'all? Did that movie come out? I don't know.
I don't even know if it has come out yet. Like I
think it came out at Christmas and it was
I only saw the preview, like the trailer, and it was like I think it was after Christmas when we saw this movie.
I saw a million trailers and they were all before Christmas. I think it came out at Christmas and they were like, watch this movie or else. And I never watched it. And then they stopped having commercials for it.
I don't know.
I forgot about
just seeing that trailer in the theater, and I got to give props to that theater that I was in because obviously they had a really good sound system, and for some reason, like my hearing must have been, my ears must have cleaned out. You know, like I was just very in tune. Maybe I microdosed that day, and I was just like, I was like in tune with the universe. You know, like I was like. So when I went home and looked up and I was like, that's her. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Like I did not know that her voice even sounded like that. Like I didn't know that was her voice.
Atomic Blonde and
Lucy.
What's the other movie? Yeah,
did Lucy. You see Lucy
and Black Widow.
Yeah, and
you'll be all right.
Island. The Island was good with
was she in the Island?
Yeah, with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nobody knows about the Island.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Thank you. You know about the Island.
Yeah, that was great.
That was the dude from
Trainspotting. Who's the Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Not that dude. What? Is that him?
Yeah.
No.
Ewan McGregor.
Dude. No.
Was in the Island with Scarlett.
The dude from Green Mile.
Oh. Green Mile.
Hi. Who's the dude from Green Mile that died? Michael Clark Duncan. Yes, that guy.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
He was in the Island. That's the dude from Green Mile. The black guy. And they were like, yeah, we need to kill him, and we need to do electricity on him.
He was the savior.
In Green Mile, I'm pretty sure they wanted to kill him.
Yeah, they wanted
little white girls raped and murdered. But it wasn't him though. Oh wait,
today.
Hold up.
It was co-producer Michael Bay.
I know.
Was the island?
Yeah, it was a Michael Bay movie. Yeah. The Island.
Ewan McGregor, Scarlett Johansson.
The Green Mile.
The Island had Obi-Wan Kenobi in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jimon, Gaston, Hanso, Sean Bean. Sean Bean dies in everything.
Yes.
Sean Bean dies in every single movie.
Thank you, honey. Yes. Remember Game of Thrones? Sean Bean's in it. Yay. Oh,
first episode.
I was like, I'm not watching this show. Whatever.
I knew about that like a long time ago. What about Equilibrium? Just see Equilibrium. I've seen it so many times that I'm like,
I've heard of it so many times. I've never seen it.
Really? What the hell, man? Like I showed my kids that like 6 months ago, and my son Hunter was like, I think that was the greatest movie I've ever seen, is what he said. I was like, yeah, man, it's fucking awesome. I didn't say that, but I was like, yeah, it's really good.
Hun, who's the guy that dances? Never mind. I got
Michael Clark Duncan.
No, Sam Rockwell dances in that movie.
Which one do you want?
Or he was in Green Mile, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell was in Green Mile.
I'm telling you that he was Cowboy Bill.
Did he dance? Yeah, he was the bad guy.
He was the bad guy.
And they killed Michael Clark Duncan. And they're like, oh, we found the dude that did it. Yeah.
Twins.
Right.
They blamed it on a black man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was the white redneck dude. You know, okay, so I will tell everything you need to know. So Sam Rockwell. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the Green Mile. So Tom Cruise couldn't pee because he had an infection, a urinary infection. Yeah. Right. Sam Rockwell was the bad dude. He was not hot in that movie. But
no, he was gross.
He was a very good redneck racist villain. And
you're not far off from that.
He did it. Cowboy Bill.
He did it. Yep.
Everybody, that was Rob's wife, Sherry, and she's
wait. Need a shout out.
Shout out to Sam Rockwell.
Oh,
John Milstead. Oh, shout out to Sherry's Joy. I am Sherry's Joy. That's me, and I represent the Digicast.
Yeah. Maybe she'll follow you on Instagram. Maybe not. I don't know.
Hey, Sherry.
She's on the Insta. Shout out. Everybody say hey.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very upset.
She's upset about Sean White. Live podcasting here.
It's going to give me a bad rap because I make my wife go sit in the room
Dang.
with headphones on so she can't hear me.
I got an idea. What we should do is like set up a show and then make the wives come in and then talk to each other, and it's going to be a great show. And then be like, just set up a timer for like 120 minutes, and then you'll be like, no, we want to keep going. We're in 3 hours. Just an idea. It's a bad idea, but it's a good idea. Anyway, so Sam Rockwell was in that movie, and that was not a movie that wasn't Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
what we're talking about is Cowboy Bebop.
We went way off on a tangent there, and just talking about live action anime adaptation movies.
Right. Remember The Island? That was great. That wasn't anime.
No,
remember
it wasn't.
Ghost in the Shell? It had your favorite character in it, but
there's the ones I want to see that I haven't seen yet are the Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know if you've seen those anime, the Rurouni Kenshin, the Wandering Samurai anime.
Heard of it.
They made a few live action series on or movies based on that I still have yet to see. They made one for Kite. That anime is not for kids. I want to put Kite is
what anime is for kids? I mean,
But
kids need to grow up.
But Kite was so good though. Like it was a single like one shot like anime. You know, the animation
There's no
was
such
so
thing as one shot.
it was it was a single. It was like a 45-minute
45-minute sex scene with all
OVA
the,
but they made two I think OVA movies or anime movies.
Can you explain what OVA is?
OVA stands for
the music video thing.
Original Video Animation, which means it's an anime show, movie, or series that comes out directly to video. Back in the day, it was directly to VHS, and then later it was directly to DVD.
Okay, gotcha.
And meaning it wasn't
never went to air.
It never filmed. It never aired on TV first. And a lot of times, like an anime series that will air on TV later will have an OVA, which means that they only released like that special episode on like a video release. So you had to buy it to see that one episode or whatever it was. There's been a few iterations of that kind of thing. There's OVA and like ONA, original something. I don't know.
Native.
But which is so difficult when I'm like labeling when I'm putting video files onto my Plex server. Like it's so difficult to put them into categories or libraries because like some of them are OVAs, but when you scan the online databases to like match them up so that it looks like, you know, when you pull up a streaming service like Netflix, you can read what it's about and you see pictures and music and stuff like that. Well, Plex does the same thing, but with all of this data that I have on the hard drives. You know, it like scans all that and it searches out in the World Wide Web and pulls down the information and says, this is what this is. But when you have stuff like anime that's like an OVA that only came out on a DVD release, like the online databases aren't very well kept up, so they can't label them properly. So when I'm searching through my archives in my Plex server, it's like some stuff just doesn't look right. You're like, what is this? Because it will automatically scan and search and label it by itself until I go in and manually configure it and say search for this, and then it searches for it and then it pulls up like 20 different things that it thinks that it is, and then unless I select the exact one that it is, it will pull the closest thing to it. And so it's like it mislabels stuff all the time. So like people that use my Plex server will like message me every once in a while and be like, hey, this series is not in order or something, you know? And I'll be like, okay. So I go in and I fix it on the back end. But Plex is amazing. I want them to like sponsor me for my podcast or something.
There you go.
Like Plex Media Server.
Right. Wormhole, Plex Planet.
So going back into the anime thing, we were started off with the Cowboy Bebop thing. And the thing is about Cowboy Bebop is that it can be something that anybody can watch. And it doesn't stop there. For people that may just be tuning into this episode and are like, oh my God, these guys are talking about anime. I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about anime, and I don't like it because I just don't know what it is, you know, like, so I'm not going to listen to this episode. Like, anime is not, there is absolutely at least one anime out there that has been produced that is for every person on this planet, I believe. That's my own personal belief. Like, you don't have to like anime to like certain series. Like, it's not just a broad, there's so much out there that you don't have to be a fan of anime to like a particular series or show or movie.
Right.
You know, there's just so much of it that there is something for everyone. And that's the thing, that it's not just, you don't have to be a fan of anime to like a movie.
No. Cowboy Bebop is a good entry level place.
Yes, absolutely.
Not even that it's like entry level. It's a good story. It's a good, well drawn out like story about people. It's a good sci-fi story. It's a good western. It's a good
exactly. That's the thing
it's
too.
A little bit of everything. It really is.
It's not like they've taken a bunch of, like, you watch it and it is very western,
like amalgamation of everything.
It's way more western, I think, than a lot of other anime series are, because majority of the stuff that I watch, like, more recently, is stuff that's like high school slice of life, like Japanese students in Japan going to school and in relationships and things like that. That's just one genre of things that I like in anime, but like there's so much more. There's like space shows, sci-fi, drama, martial arts, video games. There's a series for like almost every subject. There's a baseball anime. Like, there's a bunch of them actually. There's ones that
baseball, soccer, basketball anime.
Yeah, every sport you can imagine. I don't know if I've seen an actual football anime, like American football, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sports fan.
Let's do live action baseball anime. That'd be great.
Oh my god, there's just so much out there. There's so many. Like, I was talking to my son recently. We just watched Summer Wars. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Summer Wars. Man, it is so good. We watched that last night for our movie.
Have you seen Midsummer though?
Midsummer? No.
It's not a kid movie.
Okay.
But you want to see a scary movie that happens in the daytime? Midsummer. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy.
Okay.
You're welcome. I think it's on Amazon Prime. But yeah. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, we were watching Summer Wars, and my son, who's 13, going on 14, said, he's like, I don't know why, but I don't really like anime. And that, like, in that brief second, he continued from what he was saying, but in that split second, I was like, spears through my heart,
Disowned.
like, but like, he was like, I don't really like anime, but for some reason, I really love anime movies.
Okay.
And I was like,
right.
I'm like,
okay,
picking myself up off the floor, like, and I think it's because he's like, has an attention problem. And so, which is like majority of America and kids, and, like, he can't get into like an anime series because he doesn't know which one to watch. Basically, he doesn't know what he likes or what he wants to pick to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it quite a bit after we watched the movie. And I was like, what do you mean? And, he's like, well, it's just like, this movie was really good. And I like that it was in a movie length, we could sit down and watch it in the time that it takes to watch a movie. And he got a lot out of it, and he learned, and he just loved every aspect of it and all the different things that were happening in it. And I was like, that's cool. I said, if you want to find a show, because I've been watching a lot of series that are just as in depth as this movie was, but take a lot longer, but like kids, I guess kids today, like their attention spans are way different. Like they are so busy and caught up with, talking to friends and going to school and all that. Like, I try to think back when I was his age, and I guess when I was his age, I was sitting in front of the Nintendo playing like Final Fantasy for like, 12 hours a day.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like you're caught up in things. You're like,
yeah, up on it.
Yeah. So, but like, it was cool to show them, because we normally watch like movies, like regular movies, like 80s movies, or 70s, 80s, like sci-fi movies. And I'm just trying to introduce my kids to classic cinema and all different genres and things like that. But it tends to be mostly,
be a lost cause.
It tends to mostly be sci-fi and stuff. But I was like, this week I was like, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna watch something from the 2000s.
Yeah, what are you doing? You gotta find like something that's from like you gotta find something from a younger director, like somebody that knows what Instagram is.
No, but they loved watching like Aliens and or Alien and Aliens and all that stuff. I mean, that's stuff like from like the 70s and 80s. Like we've already gone through most of the Aliens movies and Predator, and I'm just trying to get them. I went so long with my like mental like depression, like I was hibernating for many years in like this weird altered state of reality that like now that I'm coming out, I'm like, I want to show my kids stuff that I loved and enjoyed for so many years. I'm like, I want to introduce them to things that will make them think for the future, like that will just like get them saying like, oh, I remember watching this movie at Dad's house, like if it's 10 or 15 years in the future, like they can be like, oh yeah, my dad showed me that movie, I mean, and I just like, I thought that'd be a good idea to at least start there, like having a movie night once a week. And like, we just sit there. We watched, last week we watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and
I don't think I've ever watched that.
Early Spielberg film, like
early Spielberg for sure.
I've seen it so many times growing up because whenever it came on TV, I was like, oh, I got to watch this, like wanted to see it. And they watched it and they were like, yeah, that was pretty weird.
Aliens, Dad. Oh my gosh, what do we watch?
Yeah. But the anime thing with Cowboy Bebop and all that, like, I wanted to do like a good episode about that. Like, but the thing is like, you need to like, I want people to understand from my perspective how much anime has actually helped me, like what anime is to me. And this is good. I almost forgot about this. We're getting late on time, but I want to read this real quick. Is this the book? No. I've got so many books. Check this out. I've got like the Anime Companion.
It's your friend.
I've got Samurai from Outer Space. Understanding Japanese animation. These are like, some of those are like 20 years old. The Anime Movie Guide.
Whoa. Wait. How thick is that book?
It's pretty thick.
Shizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What year is that book?
Anime
that look like a 2001, 2002. 95.
No. June 96.
Oh, dang. 96. Okay. Yep. All right.
Anime Essentials.
Yep. Quality. With the waifu on the front. Uh-huh.
You're talking about thick books.
Thick book.
The Anime Encyclopedia.
Look
at that.
Thick. Right?
So, and then last but not least is the Anime Guide.
Guide to what?
Anime Guide. Japanese animation from or Film Directory and Resource Guide. This one's really old too.
I want to see what they... You need to do a YouTube video on what that book recommends.
I do. But I'm so, like, before I was Wormhole, Matt, and all that stuff back then, I used to be, like, my first ever email address was animehead@hotmail.com. Like, back in, like, 94, 95, when I set up an email address. And then I joined the Marines in 96, and then Google came out in 98, I think. Google came out, and then I signed up for my first email Google account, and I was like, I need to hurry up and snag my email address from Google. And it was Anime.
Nobody else take Anime Head.
And it was Anime Head, and that was like my thing. That's what everybody knew me as back then, back before the whole Wormhole thing came about.
Wait, do you still have that name and password in that Google account?
Oh yeah, I still use it daily. Yeah.
Quality.
Yep.
It's the Anime Head. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Anime Head is
not Anime Head 27.
Nope,
or 65.
Anime Head. That's my email. I coined that term.
You might need to change the password after this episode. animehead@gmail.com.
When I got out of the Marines in 2001, was it 2001? 26. Yeah, 01. Is 2001? Yeah, that's when 9/11 happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I got out that year. I moved back to St. Louis early 2002, and I started my own anime club, my own anime fan club in the area. Like I started advertising it and stuff, and I had like 36 members to the anime club, and the name of the anime club was Agent Anime because I couldn't think of much back then. I was like,
Anime Head. Okay.
Agent Anime. I am Anime Head, and I'm running Agent Anime, the anime fan club in St. Louis, Missouri, and I got a ton of people that wanted to join, even though there was already like 3 or 4 other clubs in the area. They wanted to see different stuff. So what we did was we showed different anime that had come out back then. And I was running a blog at the time too. And the blog I was like, I'm not going to get into this now, but like what I did was I talked about what inspired me or like what got me into anime to begin with. And this book, Samurai from Outer Space, Understanding Japanese Animation, was the first thing that I read that like really spoke to me close to my heart, because like when you're a kid in the 80s, like the early 80s, and you're just now realizing, like you were just then seeing the difference between American cartoons like the Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, like Warner Brothers and Disney and stuff like that, and the difference between animation that came from Japan. Like you could tell the difference. And so in my blog, I wrote a whole big story about it, and I quoted some stuff from this book about how people that watched anime back then in the early 80s, we knew that there was something different about it. It was so different than what we saw in American culture and TV and animation. We could
life experience.
Yeah, we could see that there was something different. There was more depth to the characters and the stories and the plot lines and everything. And that's what it drew me in, and I was like, and back then you only had a few select shows. There was like Star Blazers and Robotech, which was taken from the Macross series. And I did not even know that those were Japanese. Like I didn't know that it was that it came from a different country. But the thing that told me that it was right. My dad came up to me when I was watching the show, when the show had just ended and the credits were rolling at the end of the show. And my dad pointed to me, he pointed to the TV and he's like, do you know, those are all Japanese names? Because my dad was a Navy veteran and right. had been to Japan when he was in the Navy and knew about like some of the language and stuff like that. And he was like, you see all that? Like, you know, that's Japanese names. And I'm like, really? And I'm just like a little kid in the 80s. And I'm like, so I started looking into it more and I'm like, these names, the whole show comes from Japan. Like it's right. not from here. Like, no wonder it just feels different.
Feels different. Yeah.
You know, like, and that's what always like sucked me in, because I was like, why do they make a show that's like has so much more depth to it, you know, and feels so different? And going back to what we started with this whole show was like Cowboy Bebop is one of those shows that stands out. It stands out in the way that anime, I think, should stand out, because it is so different, but yet it has has elements that will draw you in and make you love it no matter what. Like you just, right. yeah. So I don't know. Okay, I'm done rambling there. Good.
You got the soapbox. You got to get on it sometimes. It's all good.
So yeah, the Wormhole Manifest anime episode.
Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes the wormhole goes to anime sides of the galaxy.
Oh yeah, it goes through to so many different dimensions that you just never know where you're going to come out. You know.
Right. I told you. I didn't know. You put me on the manifest. I didn't know where it was going. You were like, "It's going to be fine," and I was like, "Okay." We're here. It's great. Yep. This is a good side of the wormhole. All right, back into the wormhole. You have me on the manifest next time, or some other time.
Yeah,
maybe.
You're always welcome.
Okay, great. Yay.
Yeah, we should probably start wrapping it up here. We're getting pretty low on time here. Rob, thanks for joining me again. As always, where can people find you?
Yes, sir. There? Thank you for having me. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, AwesomeRob029, BigRob029 if you want the boring stuff. You can find me on Twitch, BigRob029. Yeah, I play video games.
Streaming
Friday. Yep, I stream it on Friday. Do creative night on Tuesday. Unless there's some like big event or whatever, then I'll play video games on Tuesday. But Tuesday, Friday, twitch.tv/BigRob029. And you can search that on YouTube as well. Sometimes, Twitch replays go up on there. Sometimes short videos, all that Twitch stuff. It's good times over there.
And the very first video that came up on the Wormhole Manifest YouTube channel was by my man here, Rob.
I tried. I need to get like 3 more of those out there, but
we need to get some more. I need to figure out
everything is so difficult.
This whole recording platform has changed, and so like they're giving you more options for. It's almost like Restream. Restream has all these options for recording and different tracks and backgrounds and all this stuff. I think they're kind of catching on, and they're like, we need to do something like that. So like, hopefully this thing I'm paying for that gives me all the different tracks to manipulate and edit and stuff later, they'll start catching on and make it a lot easier for me. But
that'd be good.
I have a lot of content that I can easily put out there. And Rob's always there to help me out. So I appreciate it, man.
It's all good. Thank you.
Some of the, let's see, I want to give a shout out real quick to my friend Lisa on Twitter. That's Psy_Cadillac. If you look for her, she is a molecular biologist, and she will be on the episode. Hopefully you will have heard it by now after you hear this episode, because I'm just taking forever to edit and release it.
Editing in the past tense.
Yeah, in the past tense. We're time travelers here. This is the wormhole. You can't.
If you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it, because it's gonna be great.
My buddy Rian from the Reincarnation podcast, and I talk to him like all the time. He's on the Reincarnation podcast that has their own Discord community, and talk about all kinds of stuff on there. Rob, your Discord community needs some help, man.
Oh, it does. Oh, dang. The JSS International, I do a Discord for the local radio station. Yeah. 98 Rock, Baltimore.
Baltimore needs to get on it and realize that you guys got some good stuff going.
We had like a lot of people get into it, and then it was like after that. But yeah, I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll rebrand. I don't know.
Rebrand?
But yeah, I do have a Discord channel. It's good times.
Our last episode, I just want to throw this out there. Our last episode, we had talked about, now that I remember, we were talking big about the Extra Life for Kids streaming marathon. You and I participated in that, and man, we fucking nailed that. That was the shit. Like,
we did.
Like,
raise some money for the kids.
Had not been much help in the past, and like,
don't sell yourself short. Oh my goodness.
But like this time, I was so surprised because of like me just pushing out the notifications and things that saying like, hey, I'm streaming on this day, and I'm doing this stuff for the kids, you know, like we're trying to help these sick kids and they don't have a lot going on and they're trying to get healthy and better in the children's hospitals. But like we nailed that shit. Like we came through. Like I don't remember what the totals were.
It was me, you, Coconut Monkey. Shout out Coconut Monkey.
Yeah.
The Coconut Monkey on Twitch and Twitter. Killing it. And he's playing for one of the Virginia hospitals. I'm playing for the one of the Virginia hospitals.
I did the KU one, the Kansas University Children's Hospital. Like it just was amazing to see. Like I had everything set up because I was doing like something different this year. I was streaming through my PC, but I was doing console gaming, sitting on my couch because of my back problems. And when I had my laptop set up and I saw those little like bursting notifications.
Yeah, you got it. You was tearing it up.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like I just got the notification and I was like, wow, I totally am doing this for a reason. And it was crazy. But Extra Life for Kids is a thing for you people out there that may not know. It's a game streaming marathon that people do once a year around the November timeframe. And we get online and we stream live video game playing. And as we're playing, we discuss what we're playing and we talk about it and make live commentary and there's live chats and everything while we're doing it. And the whole time we're doing it, we're raising money to help support sick kids in children's hospitals. And anyone who wants to view can donate to our specific Extra Life for Kids page. And once they view the page, they can go and see what we've done and see what we're doing, and they can donate, and those funds go to those kids. And it's a great cause. It is
best cause.
You know, like we're playing games anyway, and a lot of us are streaming anyway. That's okay. And yeah, and it's all good. Like it's just such a good cause, and it's such a good thing. Rob got me into it like about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been a slow going thing. Like it's been one of the things that I look forward to as I've been dealing once again mental health. Like
yes, mental health.
The topic comes back up because I was going through a rough time 3 or 4 years ago, and Rob mentioned to me, like, you need to get into online gaming and streaming and stuff. You do all this stuff online and you work on computers for a living and all that. Like, you should start streaming games. And I'm like, I really like video games. I just haven't really played very many lately.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I don't know what people would do. People be watching this stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, like, and I've gotten my kids into it. Like my kid, like played Minecraft for like an hour and got like 50 followers on Twitch, and like, no time at all. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like,
I don't know what that's about. He was really good at it for some reason.
Yeah,
he was like, I don't know, internet. It's instantly great. Okay.
So yeah,
can we have some of your followers? I mean, shit, man.
Yeah, share the wealth. But yeah, like, so that whole streaming thing and all that, like it's all good. The benefit went out there. We really did a good job this year, and I'm like, I'm happy that over the past like 3 years I've gotten involved with so many different things, and it's like I'm coming out of that shell, that hibernation of deep dark depression and stuff, and it's like I'm involved with things, and it's like, yeah, you can move on. Like if you are in the place that I was in many years ago, like if you're out there listening to this and you're like, I don't know anything about anime or whatever, but the show is supposed to be about mental health, but like that's what it's about. Like things like anime, things like video games and streaming and all that, like it all merges together. Like it's things that we can do to get through day to day. And it's our friends that boost us up. It's our friends that are there that help us get through the day. And like, even if you're having a bad day, that's not a big deal. Like, it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to not be okay, you know, and you don't have to be okay every day. Like, you have to accept it and you have to say, yes, this is a bad day. Tomorrow will be different. Hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully better. It'll be different.
Yeah.
Might be worse.
There is always tomorrow. That's the thing. Unless you draw it short.
Dice.
But if you do, I've got words for that. But we will save that for another time. But there's numbers you can call if you need help immediately. Use those numbers. Don't leave us because we need you.
We do. Your
life matters, and
you matter. Your life matters. You matter to someone, you know.
Yep.
It's not just you out here.
You're not alone. It really
isn't.
You are not alone. We've all been there, or some of us have been there. Some of us can try to understand. That's what we're here for, to try to help. So everybody, thank you very much for listening to this episode about Cowboy Bebop, the anime, and listening with me and Rob and our shenanigans.
Right. Cowboy Bebop, the anime, and short-lived TV show.
Yeah. We may or may not come back to that at some point, but, you know, we can always discuss anime and live action. That stuff.
What about Vox Machina, though, on Amazon?
The what?
Vox Machina. Vox Machina. The
Vox Machina? I don't know what that is.
It's like a Dungeons and Dragons parody. It's hilarious.
Oh my god. I need to see that.
You gotta check that out. So for a very short time I did a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. It was great. And I was like, oh my gosh, people do this, and then they did it, and then they were like, what about a TV show? And Amazon was like, here's a bunch of money. And they did it, and it's hilarious.
Just because you said Dungeons and Dragons.
Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Because you said Dungeons and Dragons, I have to tell all the people out there, if you pronounce Dungeons and Dragons D and the letter N and the letter D, you are wrong. It is D and the symbol and the letter D. It's not D-N-D. It's D and D.
The symbol sounds like N.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. And
agreed. Yes, it is and.
From somebody who played D&D back in the 80s and got called a devil worshiper, I am not going to be saying it's D&D. No, Run DMC is Run DMC. And if you're in Run's house, you're in Run's house. You're not D&D, D in D. It's D and.
Wait, so you're in Run *S's house? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. We're out of here. Everybody, thank you for listening. Check out the Wormhole Manifest linktr.ee/wormhole_manifest. The Twitter is at WormFestPod. And Instagram has one too.
That's my bad. I learned it the other day. It's good.
Yeah, you were going off the old wormhole
Twitter
planet wormhole thing. Yeah, this is a totally new entity.
Gotcha. It's a whole new dimension.
And if you would like to be on the show, email me at wormholemanifest@gmail.com. Okay, thank you. Rob, thanks a lot, man. We'll see you later.
Thank you. All right. Peace up in the groove.
Thanks, brother. We'll see you later.
See you later, Space Cowboy.
See you, Space Cowboy.
That one.
Yep.
You gonna carry that weight. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Later.
We didn't even get to that one.
Oh, man.